And here we are on the internet. So I got to admit to you that I am like a total fangirl of yours and have been since my husband, I forget which of the folk music conferences it was, but before we went, my husband's like, oh, you've got to check out this girl, Shanna, in a dress. Look at all these cool things she's doing. Look at her branding. And then you were at Swerfa.
Mm-hmm.
You were at Swerfa, and you performed at the open mic. And I was like, oh my God, it's the girl with the dress. And you played the funniest song, and I'm hoping that you'll play it tonight, but I don't want to affect your set list if that will annoy you.
I will happily play it because I don't have a set list, so.
Do you know the song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm here with Shanna in a dress, and my name is Grace Morrison, and you're in Colorado where there was a snowstorm.
That's right.
And I'm in Massachusetts, where we had summer weather today. It's really weird, this world of ours.
You're so lucky.
For the heat wave.
Yeah.
So I say, let's just jump in. I want to hear you sing. I've been so excited about this one.
Okay. Well, here's a song I wrote toward the beginning of our lockdown. It was born out of a, a repulsion towards online dating, because as a newly single person, I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to join those dating apps. And I always thought it'd be a far more efficient way to meet someone if they just came to a show and then you get all of me all at once. So instead, I decided to write a song that could, help weed out potential suitors. And if they were still interested by the end, they could hit me up. So here's that song. First date, oh, you have a nice face. It's small talk over coffee. We go over the basics, a bunch of little facts that really don't matter. I'll start with my family, end with the data. Older brothers, one's in tech, one's a chiropractor. My family's from Buffalo, but that's not where I grew up. Went to school at UVA, wahoo, I got my BA. That was an expensive way to make good friends. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram. I have a 67.5-inch wingspan. My birthday is 2/19. I'm on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces, but neither match much. Play 5 instruments, but only one of them well. I'm a size 10 shoe, and I never tell my middle name. I have 2 eyes and 1 persistent cough, and 10 toes only 'cause they cut the 11th one off. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? I play a mean horse on the basketball court, but walking with the dog is my favorite sport. I do cat and cow and yoga if it makes me sweat, and I go down rabbit holes on the internet. By now you know what I look like when I'm not dressed fancy, that I don't like to drink unless it tastes like candy, and I could be a vegetarian if it weren't for chicken wings, and I'd put Frank's Red Hot on everything. I get freaked out by people touching their eyes. I'm a realistic romantic who loves surprises. I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift. Someday we'll co-write a song. She doesn't know I exist. Maybe pass this one along. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? We've been hanging a few months. Maybe we'll make it. Things I should have said up front, but I guess I waited. Oh, I didn't date till really late in life. I think marriage is a sham, but I still want to be a wife. I think I want kids because I like them a lot, but I'm afraid I can't afford them unless my career takes off. But if it does, maybe it's okay if I don't have them. I'm afraid of childbirth and leaking outside the bathroom. It'd be a bonus if you could balance out my stingy boss, which is this guitar. I'll only marry for love. I'm not shallow, but I can't deny that my pockets are. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? Let's set it straight. It's like like the 28th date. By now you know my clock runs 10 minutes late, and I burn what I cook, and I never make the bed. But if you're still listening, maybe I haven't scared you yet. I twist, break my hair, it drives people crazy. I'm messy and I'm the best at procrastinating. Do my half of the chores less than a quarter of the time, but I'll forgive your weaknesses if you overlook mine. I can be immature, but it's not always bad. I'll get you to laugh and flash you when you're sad. Got a good brain on my shoulders, a good heart in my chest. If you can stimulate the wounds, I'll let you stimulate the rest. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me? What if this song was like COVID-19 and it spread across the nations and they'd all know me? And when they lifted the quarantine, I'd be overwhelmed with applications, need a committee to screen. So don't apply if you love 45, and if you're not into my music, this is never gonna drive. I think this could be a good way to save some time. If you like wacky songwriters, I could be your bride. Do you wanna go out with me? Do you wanna go out with me?
I don't know who would say no to that. And I'm just like, there are so many moments in that song where I'm like, that's so funny, and I was trying to remember them all. And what's sticking out to me right now is, did you say I'm afraid of leaking out of the bathroom?
I'm so glad.
You just spoke to my soul.
You know.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you. I was for a moment going to do my internet dating song, but it's not funny like that, and so.
But you're so good at breaking hearts, so if it's a heartbreaker, you can pull that out too.
It's not. It's called the bottom of the barrel, because that's truly what internet dating was for me. It was not a great experience. I'll save that one.
It works for some.
People do have luck with it. I'm not good at selling my music, like, self-promotion, and I think that's the main skill one needs for internet dating.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm amazing. Yeah.
I'm fabulous. So I'm going to do a song about a different loser, though.
Great.
He wasn't from the internet, but I don't want to be totally crass. Are you easily offended? I don't get that impression because of the bathroom leaking. Okay. And hey, look, Brian McCloskey is here, and Dave Eschbach. Do you know Dave? And
Hi, Dave.
Brian?
Yeah, I do. Hey, Trung. Hey, Brenda. Hi, Brian.
But then Brian said he likes the bottom of the barrel, so now maybe I have to do that one. I'll do it later.
There you
So,
go.
I never know how to introduce this song appropriately. But do you ever find that men, when they're trying to date you, tend to over-exaggerate certain aspects of themselves, and then you later find out that they're not as cool as they said they were? Do you know what I mean?
I'm guessing you're not talking about penises right now?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Play the song. Play the song.
Oh my goodness. I'll put mine up. This is called Big Man. Oh, it fit like a glove. How you used me for love, you devil. I dodged a bullet when you lost your nerve. I'm better than a midnight ride. I'm better than the love of your life. You feeling like a big man now. Gold wrappers are the center of your worth. You feeling like you got some girth. You feeling like a big man now. Oh, it fit like a glove. How you used me for love, you devil. I dodged a bullet when you lost your nerve. lost alert. Are we sinners if no one ever says we're wrong? Are we sinners? Are we sinners if no one ever says we're wrong? I never caused you pain. I never cursed your name. You're feeling like a big man now. Thank you.
Yay! Ugh, I love it. I will definitely be a big fangirl by the end of this song swap. What a great song, great voice.
Thank you. And I my most cathartic thing about that song was that I was performing it one time and he walked in, and I tried to aim it at him. It felt so good.
I bet he felt it. I bet it hit him in the heart.
I sure hope so. And I guess the lesson is, like, if you're gonna date a songwriter, don't be a jerk. Right? I guess just don't be a jerk.
Taylor Swift taught us that.
So true. And we should just talk about Taylor Swift for the rest of this.
My fans are like, we've heard Shanna go gaga about Taylor enough. But Brian, I saw your comment. Yeah, we are scum, not fit to breathe the same air, which is funny. I love men, but you know, there's scummy ones. We just voted one of them out. Okay. Speaking of Taylor, I do this project. I know, Trung. I was like, that would be a good segue into that song, but I already just tuned my guitar for this one. I'm going to follow that with, I do this project where every month I study a new songwriter and I write a song in the style of them by the end of the month. And this is the song that I wrote in the style of Taylor Swift. And I was like, when I was trying to think of the content for the song, I wanted it to be emotional and personal. And it came from a friend actually telling me she was about to move and she was telling everyone that she was moving, and everyone was like, yay, I'm so excited for you. And she just kept waiting for that one person to say, please don't go. I don't want you to move. And I feel like we've all felt that way. And that was the beginning spark of this song. You put your hand on the small of my back. My voice was shaking. You whispered, relax. How come goodbye was so easy for you? Touch your finger to my bottom lip. How do you resist something so electric? Oh, this goodbye comes so easy for you. I got my boarding pass and my baggage packed one way, and I don't know when I will be back. And you didn't ask. You said, baby, go wherever you wanna go. The world's a lot bigger than this little town home. I won't handcuff you. Chase your wanderlust. You said, baby, do whatever you wanna do. Follow your heart, you ain't got nothing to lose. I know you meant it, you always tell the truth. But I would've stayed if you'd wanted me to. I stepped down in the middle of nowhere. Pocket journal full of thoughts I didn't share. Chasing meaning while my feet trudged through sand. I unboard last and get my baggage back. Find a place to stay and I start to unpack. And my thoughts flash back. When you said, baby, go wherever you wanna go. The world's a lot bigger than this little town home. I won't chase your wanderlust. You said, baby, do whatever you wanna do. Follow your heart, you ain't got nothing to lose. I know you meant it, you always tell the truth, but I would've stayed if you'd wanted me to. Oh, follow an adventure is easier to explain when the truth of the matter is I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm just running away. You said, baby, go wherever you wanna go. The world's a lot bigger than this little town home. I won't handcuff you. Chase your wanderlust. You said, baby, do whatever you wanna do. Follow your heart, you ain't got nothing to lose. But if you had asked, would've told you the truth, I would've stayed if you'd wanted me to. I would've stayed if you'd asked me to. You had your hand on the small of my back. My voice was shaking. You whispered, relax. How come goodbye was so easy for you?
Bravo, madam. I loved it. You got some really cool meter changes in there.
Thanks.
I dug it. What did Brian McCloskey... Do you know Brian McCloskey?
I don't, but hi. Nice to meet you, Brian.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that you now are acquainted because he's like the biggest music fan I know, him and Dave Ishbak. He said, his comment, he said, if that was Taylor Swift-esque, I may have to go listen to Taylor. So you just got Taylor a new fan and yourself a new fan. Boom.
Working on it. I know Taylor is really in need of new fans, so I'm glad.
So have you ever heard of the podcast, How Did This Get Made?
Mm-mm.
It seems like it might be your sort of humor. But basically they take a really atrocious film and then these three actors discuss it and like, how did this get made? And so they did a special COVID one, which was Cats. And see, we had to go and watch Cats. And then they did a little contest where you could do a parody song that they would display in it. So and they displayed mine, and it was like it was to look what you made me do about how horrible Cats was.
That's awesome. I still haven't, I don't know that I ever will, but it got really tracked on.
Yeah, there's no need to watch it at all.
Okay.
It's one of those things like you wonder if a movie's so bad that there could be humor to watching it.
Right.
Not even. It's just don't.
I liked the song she wrote for the movie.
The song was nice. It was nice, and you could tell that was the one that she wrote.
Funny.
But it was don't watch it. I'm sorry if anyone. I don't want to offend anybody who really liked Cats. I like them as a creature, just not as a film. But speaking of Taylor Swifty songs, I wrote one too, because I saw that you were doing that, and I thought, what a neat idea to let an artist inspire you. So
yeah, let me hear yours.
I'll do mine. I haven't actually done this yet, so this is the debut. Go easy on me if I forget the words. I remember how you'd look at me. Across the room I'd hide behind a magazine. Back when we could be anything. Then you showed me how a man could leave. I remember that she gave it all. I remember feeling like I was falling. What did she have that I didn't get? But what you said I'll never forget. I wanna kiss your love, I wanna give it up. Wanna know what it's it's like to look into your eyes. I wanna give it up, I wanna kiss your love. Come on, let's be a little less civilized. Drove your Jetta to the harbor. It was a little bit harder to draw a line between a friend and me. And I would think, God, let this be. I wanna kiss your love, I wanna give it up. Wanna know what it's like to look into your eyes. I wanna give it up, I wanna kiss your love. Come on, let's be a little less civilized. A little less civilized. And I'm a little like Alice, following photographs down a one-way track. I'm a little like Alice, everything's beautiful, but then I go back. Sometimes I go back. I remember how it used to be. Lady in red and we were dancing back when we could be anything. If I could see us now, would we be laughing? I wanna give it up, I wanna kiss your love. Wanna know what it's like to look into your eyes. I wanna kiss your love, I wanna give it up. Come on, let's be a little less civilized. A little less civilized.
Oh no, I have to come up with a song. Hi!
Hey,
Oh, it's so good.
thank you.
I was mesmerized. I didn't pick my next song. Like, oh, darn it.
Oh.
But super tailory, super poppy.
Yeah, I'm trying to, the production of it, I'm trying to give it the kind of vibe, like not totally copying her, but the first track. Do you hear that? I hear a weird noise. So weird. Okay, that's just me. The first track on Folklore, it's just so amazing. I'm
Yeah,
gonna throw it to you. I'm getting a really weird noise out of my headphones, so I'm gonna throw it to you while I try
Okay.
to fix that.
Okay. And also, I have an in-studio audience, so if you ever just hear a little murmur in the background, actually in 6 minutes we're gonna hear a big murmur because the neighbor's gonna come by for a doggy play date right in the middle of this song. But all right, I'm gonna play this one because I see a lot of people watching who come to my shows a lot, so I feel like I should play one that I don't play that much. So here, I wrote this song in the beginning of a relationship that I knew would end from the start. So. Drive up the alley, walk up the rocks. I know you left your door unlocked. You hand me my favorite drink and hold in what I hope you're thinking. We play games but our talk is straight. I'm learning to communicate. I still say one thing, then do the other. My feelings lightning, actions thunder. Oh, I don't want you to know I like you more than I let on. But could I really love you right if it's my night? You and your logical brain claim you could handle the pain. You wanna dive in from the board that's highest. I trust you, but I think you're biased. Oh, I don't want you to know I like you more than I let on. But could I really love you right if it's my night? Push and pull from love's tug of war does nothing but make our hands sore. And I need mine and you need yours. So let's just unwind on this fine night. This fine night. This fine night I'll hold you close. Beethoven on piano. I'll miss you when I have to go. Is that alright? To me you are a shining star. I hate to risk hurting your heart, but could I give it all to you tonight? Even if our time is finite.
Absolutely stunning. Stunning. And Dan, do you know Daniel Sorkin?
I
Is he a fan of
do.
yours?
Hey, Dan.
I like the idea of co-writing with Shanna in a dress.
Let's do
I
it.
would be 100%
I'm
on
100%
board.
in too. Maybe we should
Okay,
end
cool.
this stream by trying to write a song in front of everyone.
That would be fun. Folks can give us some ideas over here in the comments, and maybe if one strikes us, we could try. That we'll do that after martini time. I always have martini time on Monday nights. Or usually around 8 I get a delivery, so.
Good idea.
So you kind of sort of mentioned politics kind of just with the 45 reference in your song, which makes me feel like this is kind of a safe space because
You're safe with me.
I haven't been very brave when it comes to mentioning any of my political leanings, because the one time I did and I thought I was being funny and neutral, both sides told me that I was disgusting and stupid. So like I don't say much about it.
Wow.
All I said was bless his heart. That's all I said.
That's it. You can't say anything without people getting upset.
I may have said that Mike Pence looked like a Q-tip too. Maybe that's what threw it over the edge.
I think those are like the two least offensive things I've heard ever spoken politically. So I think
that's what
you're
I
fine.
thought. I mean, I have gray hair. I think that's fair game. But so this song I had written, God, I don't know when I wrote it, but it's about standing up for yourself, and which is something I've always struggled with. And I think you get to a point, at least I do, where you keep your mouth shut and all of a sudden it's this explosion. And so this is a song called The Beast about said explosion. can't see it with his eyes, and he doesn't realize when I whisper in his ear will take his breath away as he feels his power wane and he makes a final play. He finally knows I'm not a sight for sore eyes. How long until the beast she starts to growl? How long until the beast she starts to growl? As he looks with longing now, and he starts to wonder how did I hide in the daylight? Sharper teeth have never come from the man holding a gun. So sit and stay, won't you play? How long until the beast she starts to growl? How long until the beast she starts to growl? So look at me standing here, I see in your eyes the fear. It was under lock and key, you handed it all back to me. So look into the eyes, look into my eyes, look into the eyes of the beast you can't tame. How long until the beast she starts to growl? How long until the beast she starts to growl? Thank you. I think you're still muted, and I can't unmute. Can you unmute you?
I can unmute me.
Okay, good.
I was just being extra safe. So what inspired that song?
Initially, it was to try to get placed in a horror movie. There was this horror movie where it was like a cheerleader. You find out at the end that the cheerleader was the one who was controlling this beast creature. And
Wow.
So I wrote that, and then it didn't get placed, but it just got me thinking about, like, you really can only hold people down for so long, and then they fight back, which I think is what we've seen.
Yeah.
So that's my political
cool.
statement, I guess.
That's a cool challenge, though, because I was like, ooh, this sounds dark. I should follow it up with something really dark. But then I couldn't remember which key I played it in. I was like, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to play a safe one instead. So.
Like about being hot?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that now. You can say that.
No, that's exactly what I was going to play.
Perfect.
All right. So, this is my big hit because it teaches us all how to turn on a woman. Oh, baby. Last night was so good. You were incredible. I can still picture it all right now. The way you brought in the groceries, the way you took out the trash, the way you remembered to feed the cat. Then you unloaded the dishwasher. And when I got home from work, you had dinner on the table. I wanted you for dessert. Oh, I don't need a man with a face like Brad, Zac Efron's hair, or Channing Tatum's abs, sporting a roll like Santa Cadillac. dad. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. So hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. I like your dad bod. And oh, I can feel it. It's so hard and so smooth. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You finally sanded the table in the living room. And I got hot and bothered when you answered my text right away. Then I got really tired. And you said those magic words, okay, not today. Oh, I don't need a man with a face like Brad, George Clooney's hair, Channing Tatum's abs, sporting a Rolex and a Cadillac. Yeah, I like it if you look like you would be a good dad. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. So hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. And you have a good job. And I love how I don't have to babysit you at parties. Because ladies, we all know that's the worst. They say nice guys finish last, and they're right. You always let me come first. Woo! I don't need a man with a face like Brad, Zac Efron's hair, Channing Tatum's abs, sporting a Rolex and a Cadillac. Yeah, I like it if you look like you would be a good dad. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. So hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. I like your dad bod.
I mean, yes. That's 100% how I selected my husband.
So you have a dad bod?
Well, he's a great
Oh,
dad.
there you go. Good job.
Preach, girl, preach.
I feel like
I loved. Go ahead.
I feel like I've made a lot of dad-bodied good men happy by writing that song.
They're the best.
Yeah.
They're absolutely the best.
Yeah, and Dave says, I think I've been hot since 1978. Good job, Dave.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I met my husband because I taught his daughters piano and guitar respectively, and in the beginning I was like, wow, that's an amazing dad. He's like single dad to 3 teenage girls, and I was like blown away because I think prior to that I had only dated guys that I did need to babysit at parties, which is absolutely the worst. The worst.
It is the worst. That's why I said
they
it.
get mad at you if you try to chit chat with other people. It's a whole thing. Yeah. No.
See, I don't think I'm like, do they get mad? For me, it's just like a social skills thing. Like if I can't like run away and do my own thing and be a social butterfly, then like, nah, we're toast. We're not a good match.
That was so the moment in that particular relationship that I knew it. I worked at a Renaissance fair.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, you have to be social when you're hanging out with those people. It's a room full of actors. And so I was like bopping around and talking to people and trying to introduce him, and he was just sitting there like this.
Oh no.
And I would have to like keep going back to check in, and then I was like, that is not sustainable.
Yep, you're babysitting. That's why it's the worst, you guys.
Yeah, no, don't do that. So I wasn't going to do this song tonight, but it made me just remember how appreciative I am for my man and his dad bod. So I wrote him this. I wrote him this love song that I'll do.
Let's hear it.
Things you already know by now. I'm weak when you come round. Without saying a word, you calm me down. Secret looks, secret smiles, and scars from battles we have won. We're standing up, but we've come undone. I don't so I don't say things you already know. Things you've already seen by now would break a lesser man. Without saying a word, you've held my hand. Grieving ghosts that are gone and left you carrying their burden. You're standing up, but still you're hurting. I don't say it enough, you don't make me so. I don't say things you already know. No. Say it enough, you don't make me so. I don't say, but I hope you can feel it. Oh, I should say things you already know. Thank you.
That's so good.
I forgot
I
the
can
bridge.
imagine. I would never have known.
Thank you.
You sound so good. I feel like I could imagine, I don't know, that playing on all of the radio stations I was listening to. Like, I feel like you have that like sweet young tone that like Disney Channel would have just like swept up had you applied to Mickey Mouse Club or something.
Well, you just made my whole day.
Like, you should be a princess, I think.
Oh, I just think
Like-
you're so cool. Thank you. But, you know, it's funny, though, because, like, I don't know how many of the folks paying attention are familiar with the folk music conferences, but particularly in the Northeast one, I always feel like an elephant in the room. Like, I feel like I'm too loud, you know? And so that compliment means a lot to me. Thank you.
I cannot imagine you being, I don't know, anything but charming to anyone who would ever see or hear you. So you're, yeah, you are a princess. You should apply to be one. Maybe they have auditions. Like, you could be the next Disney Channel princess.
And I think you're like the most entertaining person that I've ever seen on the internet.
Wow. Wow. You must be
so
watching boring
funny.
things on the internet.
Well, I just have I have a weird sense of humor, and I rarely laugh out loud for real, you know? And you've
Right.
made me laugh consistently already.
Thanks.
And I just want to remind people that we are independent musicians, and I think a lot of talk about small businesses being impacted by coronavirus forgets the fact that we are like the smallest independent businesses. And all that to say that you can tip us at this tiny URL that I made with our names in it at the bottom of your screen, and it would mean a whole bunch. And if financially that's not doable for you, just liking our pages, like our pages. All right,
Totally.
I'm throwing it to you, girl.
All right, throw it to me. I was thinking we played a lot of love and love related songs, and this one is also about love, but kind of everything is if you dig deep enough. But changing the tone here. Both Grace and I were finalists in this contest called Songwriter Serenade out of Moravia, Texas this summer. And this was one of the songs that got me into that contest. And I know a few of you watching now requested it the other night and I didn't get to it. So I'll play it for you now. It's called A Face Like Yours. and sick. Just a little kid. A thermometer in my mouth. You said you'd better stay home, so I did. Then we watched Wizard of Oz. You told me stories because you said when the going gets tough, the best medicine is pure love. The last decade, we've been losing you. Doctors told me there was nothing I could do. I know it's just some changes in your brain, but I wonder, are you in there somewhere? I keep thinking one of these days you're gonna wake up and laugh, roll back your head and say, how weird was that? Are you in there somewhere? 'Cause I keep saying to myself, you're still somewhere in that shell, you're just stuck inside, don't know how to tell me. I remember the day you didn't remember my name. I tried to touch you and you'd move away. I'd fight back the tears and the urge to curse. Think, what am I doing here with some woman with a face like yours? These years of losing you, oh, there's nothing I could do. I could read to you, I could read to some woman with a face like yours. Are you in there somewhere? I keep thinking one of these days you're gonna wake up and laugh, throw back your head and say, how weird was that? And we go on this painful reverie. I don't have to be the sole keeper of our memories. We take a deep breath and go outdoors. I tell you about that woman with a face like yours. They say the last thing to go is your brain forgets how to swallow, and my aunt put a dollop of pudding on your tongue. Hours later, it was still there, and I knew you were done. And the machine played that steady tone, and I felt relieved, and I felt alone. But what did I even lose? Was it my mom or some woman still wearing her shoes? Are you out there somewhere? Are your legs finally running free of that wheelchair? Are you climbing up our old wooden stairs? Are you watching? Are you hearing this song? Are you still that woman? Are you my mom? Do you dance to Glenn Miller and drink martinis when you want to check in? Do you still get to see me? You said when the going gets tough, the best medicine is pure love, and I gave it my all. So did you, of course, even as that woman with a face like yours.
I'm trying not to cry. That was a true experience for you?
Not fully. I was inspired by my friends and then pieces of mine peppered in.
so my dad passed away 4 years ago, and I think it's just such a weird thing because you can be fine, you're fine, and then sometimes it just hits you, like it never quite fully heals, as whoo I don't know how to follow that.
I tried to have a dog break to like cut the tension,
Whew. That was absolutely beautiful, and I think that you really captured what that can feel like. So I guess I'll go there, and then we
Go there.
can have this. We'll just have this emotional place, and then we'll
bring it back up before the end of the show.
Back to the penises or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'll write a penis song while you're being emotional.
Would you please? That would really help.
Sure.
So my
Give me
dad.
ideas in the comments, you guys.
So somebody had one that I really liked earlier, saying that there's a Taylor Swift song called "Me," and so we could do one called "You." And my brain started thinking like, oh, I can write all the things I like about Shanna in a dress. So for my dad passed away in 2016, and I was at the Wildflower Festival. Have you been?
No, I've been to Rocky Mountain Folks Fest.
Have you applied for the Wildflower Songwriters Festival?
I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think so.
I feel strongly that you should.
Okay.
I just want you to apply to all the contests and win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I was there, and I knew my dad had been sick for a little while, but I didn't know quite where it was at, and I got a call that he was, you have a booby song? I'm sorry, that just distracted me.
I do, but anyway, your dad.
Oh, that also reminded me of my dad. So anyway, his last birthday, I made him cakes that were shaped like boobs. That's me. So anyway.
Wow, you guys have a sweet relationship there.
I was just trying to make him laugh. So anyway, they told me that he had that he was really sick. So I came home and he was in a coma.
Oh
and
my God.
I did what you do. I just sat there with him, and it would be moments like I'd touch him or try to like soothe him, and he'd pull away, and it's so hard, and I was essentially just sitting there weeping for a few weeks.
Oh my
and
God.
all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure it was exactly 2 weeks after, he opened his eyes and looked at me and said, "Cut the shit." And then he died the next day. That was the last thing my dad said to me or anyone.
Wow.
Which is funny and kind of helped me through the moment. But I've found that advice to be just so helpful in my life. Like oftentimes we just gotta cut the shit. I mean, make a booby cake, sing a booby song. I don't know. You're totally following this song with that, I hope.
I think I am. Yeah.
But I had wanted to write a tribute to my dad because he was so integral to my music. But I couldn't get myself to write a song called "Cut the Shit." That wasn't the emotional place I was in. So
Right.
I tried to reimagine what I thought he meant by that. I'm double capoed and out of tune, and that's not where I want to be, guys. I'm sure that Shanna can appreciate this. Sometimes you start a song and you realize your guitar's slightly out of tune, and you think in your head, do I continue on or do I fix it? And I think I just want to fix it. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones, it's a long, long way to Tipperary. I see setting suns and you see the dawn. Sometimes I look through your window till I see the lights start turning on. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing walked away from heavy doorways. I've walked away from painful tears. I found my garden in your eyes, love. You were my hope and peace throughout the years. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones, I am your constellation. Hold me near. I only hope you know you are my dear. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. I see setting suns and you see the dawn. I found my garden in your eyes, love. Please know my heart ain't gone. May God bless you and send you an angel. I'll be looking down from my home. Remember, I always loved you. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones. When the world quits playing ball and starts throwing stones. Thank you.
Ah, what a great song.
Thank you, thank you. So boobs.
I love it. I'm well, let's talk about that for a second. I feel like wait, you distracted me. Look, that's not a normal comment to say as you finish like this beautiful song about your dad. Goodness.
Sorry.
But I'm very excited to write a song together because I think it'll be, a good match.
Girl, me too.
And you made Mary cry. So, Mary,
Oh,
I'm sorry about what you're going through, and we're glad you're connecting with us now.
yes. It's not. I think that's probably the most difficult thing I've ever been through.
Yeah, I would think so.
And I wonder, how long has it been for you?
Not relevant.
Okay. So I wasn't sure, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I always think about it's like our lives are like this house that has this solid foundation, which for me was my parents and my grandparents, and you like losing one of them just feels like my house is like wobbly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like emotionally wobbly, and it's hard. My son is going to be 2 in a couple of months, and I think it hits a little harder because he's doing all these things, and I'm like, oh my. Your grandpa would think that was so cool. I'm just going to start crying. Let's go to boobs.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Ken and Mary.
I don't feel like it's the right tone for the moment, but if it's what we need because some of you were excited, then I am happy to oblige.
Can I tell you why it's totally relevant to my dad? Because it sounds so crass.
Please do.
But that was my dad. He was not like... He was not flowers and constellations. That wasn't his thing. And I remember his very last birthday, I had these really cool cake pans that are animals on the bottom. Like it's like animal mouths. But the top of it kind of like was round like a cupcake. So I had to cut all those off. And so I was left with all these random round mounds of cake, thinking like, what am I gonna do with this? And I was holding it in my hands like this, and I was like, this is my dad's 74th birthday. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this. So anyway.
That's awesome. You have a cool dad. Super cool dad. My I'm gonna play you guys the Booby song, which is my grandma's favorite Shanna in a Dress song. So I can't tell you how many family gatherings I've been to where my family has been like, Shanna, why don't you play the Booby song? And I guess that's the one I'm known for with my family. But hi, James. Good to see you here. Yay, and glad that Ken is being introduced to you, Grace. He is such a great music fan and supporter. All right, story behind this is just that me and my best friend Rachel were, I don't know, in her child bedroom the summer after our first year of college, and we were like, let's write a song. What should it be about? And then I think maybe she jokingly went, some are big and some are small. It can be about boobies. And so this song was born. Some are big and some are small. It doesn't matter. We love them all. Boys want to touch your tits. Girls get mad and throw a fit. Gain some weight and grow your own. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Go ahead and grab a titty, 'cause this is the Booby song. The Booby song. The Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. The Booby song. The Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. They're jiggly and they're funny and they'll make you lots of money if you're not wearing anything to cover them. I want to do the cha-cha when I show off my tatas, and I can't wait for someone to discover them. When I was a child, I would watch Girls Gone Wild, and I wanted a nice pair of my own. I thought it was needed for boys to like my cleavage, 'cause my brother looked at boobies when he thought he was alone. The Booby song, the Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. My brothers don't like that line. The Booby song, the Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. Yeah, just keep on singing in tune while we fondle our bazooms. The fun we have with them, there's just no telling. Bounce around and have some fun. Share booby love with everyone, and maybe we'll let you squeeze our melons. Soon they'll be all big and saggy, just like my mom's best friend Maggie. So get a push-up, brother. One great bye. And if you think you can keep it, I'll tell you Victoria's Secret surgery's the only way to keep them high. The Booby song, the Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. The Booby song, the Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. Yeah, there's knockers and there's jugglies and there's hooters and bazooms and fun bags, lady lumps and headlights and balloons. There's my bosom, don't abuse them, shoulder boulders and my breasticles. And if I'm in a good mood, I'll let you touch my chesticles. And when it gets all late at night, I get in my pajamas and I take off my t-shirt and I let my mama jammas go free moving. It's so dandy, just like chocolate covered candy. I'll go tell that Willy Wonka to invent some new bazonkas. The Booby song, the Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. I hope you're singing along, Grace. The Booby song. Grab your boobies and sing along. Boobies, boobies.
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Have you reached out to the Susan Komen breast cancer?
No, that was an idea at one point, but no.
I think we ought to follow that idea, because that was wonderful and everything I needed tonight.
I'm glad. Well,
I don't know how to follow it. But
you mean you didn't write a penis song while I was playing?
I have the one.
Right.
Someone tuned in just in time for the Booby song, and I think
Hi,
what a great
Terry.
place to join, Terry.
I hope you sing along, Carrie.
I'm stalling because I don't know how to follow boobs. Um, but that's like my whole life because
They're always a tough act to follow.
they are a tough act to follow and have been my saving grace with my son because like whenever I want him to give me attention and nobody else, I'm just like, you want boobs, right? And that's like that's his whole thing. Mama, boobs, boobs.
Is that like one of his few words?
No, he's got a lot of words.
Okay.
But that's just his favorite word, boop. And we can't we haven't really been able to go out in public in a long time, which has been fortunate. But he just he goes for it, because he's 2 now.
Right.
I'm still stalling. Mary, I think you're talking about the one I wrote for my dad, and I do have that recorded, which is a great. Oh, and Ken wishes he had boobies so he could be more participatory. That's funny. Great segue to mention that there is a Spotify playlist for this Monday night series that I do, and so my song "Throwing Stones" is on there, and after tonight, we're gonna have a lot of Shanna and Address songs on there too. Is the booby song
Except you
recorded?
won't because I'm not on Spotify yet.
I won't have you there. But is it because they don't pay us fairly?
No, it is just because I don't have my debut record out and
Wait,
available
what?
for the public.
What? You just exploded my brain.
I know.
Tell us more.
It's rather embarrassing, actually. So I do have a live album out. Anyone can get it for free at shannanaddress.com. And I would highly encourage you to get it. Booby Song is on that. And I am releasing my debut album. It's like dumb. I've been playing out for many, many years, and I have a lot of songs, but recording has always been a mental block for me because I felt like you couldn't get it right compared to the live experience. And I like messing up all the time, and recording is like an arena to be perfect, to get it right. And so committing to a thing has been not in my wheelhouse, but I'm doing a really cool thing with my debut album that I did want to remember to tell you guys about. Everyone on my Patreon with me already knows, but next summer I'm biking across the country and playing and touring my debut record.
That is the most interesting way I've heard to tour.
Yeah. And so right now I'm gathering, if you want to host a show for you and your friends, I'm gathering that data because that is going to help me select my route. So please
How far are you going on a bike?
4,000 miles.
Are you going to sing the
Or is it 3,000? It's 4,000, right?
And I would walk. That's 500 miles. That's not the same.
Yeah. I'm going to go really far.
So if you come to Cape Cod, we could do one on my back porch.
Okay. Yes.
We could
one.
fill it up.
Okay.
And Terry Cook looks like Terry's on board. And I agree with Ken. Nothing to be embarrassed about. It is it's daunting to record because not only do you want it to be right, but it's so friggin' expensive.
Mm-hmm. And there's no return on investment. Your return is exposure, which I obviously need, but it's wait, I have to spend $20,000 to make 200 because people don't buy records anymore.
I know. And what's so funny, I have a woman who she's been in marketing for a very long time, very successful in business with products. And so she's helping me. And the first meeting we had, she said, okay, so how do you make money? And I was just this was this past summer. I was I don't know how we make money anymore. Because it used to be shows, and this year it's not shows. So yeah, it's hard, and it's $25,000 to even, and that's a low ball of doing a record right. You know, it's crazy. So I get it, and I'm gonna get your live album and suggest that other people do the same thing too, because we should all be singing the Booby Song.
That's right.
I want to play I play the accordion. I don't know if it would sit well on that one, but it could add a little.
It would.
It could add to the boob thing.
It totally would.
Okay. All right. My next song has nothing to do with body parts
Okay, that's
whatsoever.
fine. We can detour.
Okay, all right. Detouring. And it's a relatively new one. This is one that I don't know if it's worthy yet. So this is like a testing ground. You know when you do live shows, like real ones, it's your testing ground, and we haven't really
Yeah, we
had
don't
it.
get to do that anymore. We will happily be your testing ground.
Okay. Don't mess it up, Grace. Don't mess it up. So, I don't even know how to introduce the song. So, I, like many people, have little to no self confidence. And I often think about why that is, because I can't find a good reason why that is. Because growing up, my grown-ups always told me that I could do anything and be anything, and they told me I was beautiful, and they built me up. Except that when I looked at them, they weren't confident in themselves, which led me to think that what's more important when you have little ones looking at you is how you present yourself and how you treat yourself, because that's the thing that's really going to stick with them. So this is just me kind of reflecting on trying to step into myself with more confidence and where that all came from. I always watched through shuttered doors, wishing that I had a pair of oars the tide would pull out and carry me, lost in the strength of the sea. I didn't know time would run, but I'm on the edge of I am. I'm on the edge of I can. I'm at the end of my rope, and God, I pray she'll float. My mother walked a crooked mile. One crooked man stole her smile. When I looked up, all I could see, we don't have a right to set ourselves free. She didn't know time would run, but I'm on the edge of I am. I'm on the edge of I can. I'm at the end of my rope, and God, I pray she'll float. My daddy tried to fix her heart. He didn't have one single part. Standing in silence was all he could be. I think he saved his heart for me, but he didn't know time would run. But I'm on the edge of I am. I'm on the edge of I can. I'm at the end of my rope, God, I pray she'll float.
Uh,
Thank
that was
you.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
So beautiful. Tell me more about that one.
Gosh, I don't know what more to say. I think, I remember my grandmother was my primary caretaker when I was little, and she was just, she would sit there and we'd watch people go by, and she'd say, I'm not as fat as that person, and I'm not as ugly as that person, tearing other people down because she didn't feel good. And I think in so many
Right.
ways that got into my head, thinking like everyone was looking at me that way, and
Mm.
like getting yourself out of those cycles of of devaluing. It's really hard. It's really hard. And I wish for them all that they could have had more self confidence, because they all were just such wonderful, beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
And but living at a time where they just weren't built up. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
yeah, it makes
And
perfect sense. What a
and so I,
beautiful song.
thank you. I'm trying so hard to fight that myself, and to at least appear confident to my son, because I just realized, but modeling is so important. I
Mhm.
guess is the message there.
Yeah, totally.
Shanna and Address. I think we're at this place where it's one song and one song. I think we're at the last round.
Okay.
I
Well,
think.
I think we are too. Sounds right to me.
You're so wonderful, and I'm so glad that you're here.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm excited for more people to learn about you and your beautiful voice and songs and your songwriting. You are so inspiring.
Oh, likewise. And I don't want to forget to tell you this. So I have had an existential crisis most weeks since March, and have been fighting. I think on a good year, on a good day, it's hard to do what we do and still feel like, yeah, I'm going to get it. Sometimes I have to fight for that motivation.
Yeah.
But you inspire me. Like you're just your online presence, what you put out there is uplifting and happy and motivating, and in so many ways you have like days when I haven't felt like doing stuff. I'm like, oh, look at Shanna in a dress. I'm gonna do something. So I just wanted you to know that.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's true.
That's so nice. Okay, well, your song was so beautiful that it made me think of another one I have related to self-confidence, and it really was just born out of the concept of, isn't it interesting that we judge ourselves off of our two-dimensional image, but we don't judge anyone else in our environment that way. We look at people like they're whole people, and look what a difference it would make if I could look at myself that way. And I don't know if I quite was able to express the concept as on the nose as I wanted to with this song. So I never recorded it or put it in the list of songs that could be recorded, but that's what I was trying to do with this one. Hey girl, I hear the way you're talking about yourself, but you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. Thinking you're not pretty, so you're caking on the makeup, but you cover up what we all love. Talking trash about every photograph you see. Well, you don't see what we all see. Hey now, you've only ever seen yourself 2 times. Hey now, you're so much more than a group of curves and lines. Hey now, your beauty couldn't be clearer, but you don't know, 'cause you only see yourself in pictures and mirrors. You've never seen the kindness that spills out from your skin, the way your eyes light up when you talk about him, and you've never felt how it feels to be around you. whole room feels it too. I said, hey now, you've only ever seen yourself 2 times. Hey now, you're so much more than a group of curves and lines. Hey now, your beauty couldn't be clearer, but you don't know, 'cause you only see yourself in pictures and mirrors. Pictures and mirrors. You know you don't trust someone who won't look you in the eye, but you've never looked in yours, so why are you believing lies? You know you don't trust someone who won't look you in the eye, but you never looked in yours, so why are you believing lies? Hey now, you've only ever seen yourself 2 times. Hey now, you're so much more than a group of curves and lines. Hey now, your beauty couldn't be clearer, but you don't know. You don't know it, 'cause you only see yourself in pictures and mirrors. Pictures and mirrors. Pictures and mirrors.
That song really spoke to me, and it's so serendipitous that you chose to play that, because so somebody very close to me is struggling with an eating disorder, and I remind them all the time what an amazing, beautiful, like the most kind person I've ever met in my whole entire life. You know, someone that walks into a room and just makes you feel wonderful. And you just articulated what I want to say to them with that song. Is it on YouTube? Is there a place that I can share it?
No.
This stream, I can have them watch this.
That's right.
That, stunning, girl, stunning.
Thanks.
So I can't decide how to follow yet another wonderful song of yours.
All of yours are wonderful. I don't think you can go wrong.
Whew, that was great. All right, I'm gonna do a song. It's a little summery love song about, I was imagining myself sitting around a bonfire in the summer, having a drink, and the beginning of love when you're just not sure, and you're kind of like tiptoeing around things, and that's what I'm gonna play. Stopping here. I started in the absolute wrong key. I wonder if Shanna's still there. Shanna, have you ever done that? You just start in the wrong key and then you're like, nope, I'm not doing that. Please tell me that's happened to you.
It's happened, of course.
I think that's a sign that I'm going with the other one.
Okay. Bonus Grace time.
Forget the bonfires. This is a song about America. And so this kind of actually circles back to what we talked about earlier about being afraid to address political views. And I wrote this at the beginning of the last presidential campaign because I was stunned to find out that there are people in our country that don't feel like they're getting a fair shot. There are people that have to worry about, if they're walking down the street at night, whether or not they're wearing a hood on their sweatshirt. And what a privilege it is for me that I had no idea that people still have that struggle. So that's what this song is about.
I love this one.
It's it's much harder where I shiver, drinking water from the river. It's a gold rush, it's the harsh touch of America. I see her standing, oh so boldly. Take more time out, is what she told me. My back is breaking, she's raking in America. But how can I live it up when I can't even fill my cup? Praying's all I can do. 'Cause they don't see these sturdy feet walking miles just to meet the end. Is it coming soon? So take your hand out of your pocket and take your hood off while you're walking. You can see me, but I don't see you, America. But how can I live it up when I can't even fill my cup? Praying's all I can do. 'Cause they don't see these sturdy feet walking miles just to meet the end. Is it coming soon? 'Cause it's much harder where I shiver, drinking water from the river. It's a gold rush, it's the harsh touch of America. Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
That is the
thank you.
perfect song. Perfect song. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. It's so funny. Do you remember the year that Adele sang at the Grammys and she started in the wrong key? Do you remember
Yep.
that whole thing? And then she's like, "No, stop! I can't." Anyway, I'm
That
gonna
was so
practice that
good.
song hard. Anyway, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Your fans are wonderful.
I do have good ones. Thanks, guys, for showing up.
Oh, and Chung, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes, it's Chung.
So were you at Falcon Ridge? Did you
Yes.
the virtual one
I
this
was
year?
at virtual Falcon Ridge. Yeah.
So, and I was there the year before. So next year, maybe we can both be there for real.
Maybe I'll bike there.
Girl, I love that.
Yeah.
So I just want to take one more moment to thank everybody for tuning in. I do this every Monday night with another artist. And I think once Shanna and I do our co-write, we'll just do this again and debut the songs that we've written. But just one more time, if you're streaming from one of my pages, please check out and like Shanna's page. I promise you that when you like an artist's page, it makes the whole day. And it's the easiest thing to do. Just like the page. And
Yes, here. Grace Morrison is her name, Fred. Thanks for tuning in. I know, she's amazing. And also make sure you go to facebook.com/Shanna and address to like my page, because there's like a random Shanna and address knockoff page that means nothing.
Did somebody else do it?
No, I did. It's just like there's one that's Shanna and address that's all one word, and then mine is all separate words, so it gets confusing.
Okay.
But if you go to facebook.com/Shanna and address, you'll find the right one.
Yes. Okay. Noted. And as soon as you've got stuff on Spotify, I'm adding you to the list. And tell us one more time, where can your
live album
be? Yes, where can we get that?
If you go to the shannanaddress.com homepage, it says sign up to get Shanna's live album on the homepage. Yeah, that.
Do it, everybody. Do it, do it, do it. Shanna, thank you. I hope you have
Thanks,
a wonderful
Grace.
rest of your night.
You too. Bye, guys.